Welcome to another exciting episode of #NTV Seeds of Gold, proudly brought to you by Bukola Chemical Industries Limited. Thank you for joining us. You can catch us live on X and the YoTV app by simply subscribing and staying connected. Last week, we took you to Chikuwe, where we explored an integrated farm with a strong focus on sheep rearing. Stephen was full of insight, clearly a man thriving in what he does and earning a good return from it.
Ndiga ky'ekintu ekifuna mu bwangu ate tikimenya ndabirira. Endiga ky'ekintu ekizaalira emyezi 4 gye kizaalira. Emyezi 7 oba ofuna sente kukyana kyebeeza dde. Ate bw'obeera mulunzi tebeerako na mulunzi w'ente wewe endiga. Ate si kintu kyeronda mbu kiri awo kino obulombolombo tibuliiko. Obulunzi kagwirawo bw'oyagala sente bw'ofunira. Kagwirawo. Kubanga omusuubuzi w'omukubira bw'oti. Naye sente azikuwa nga tanaba nakulaba. Kasita ategeera mbu oli mulunzi.
Today, the journey continues for yet another inspiring story on NTV Seeds of Gold. Driving through the area, you can't help but notice the signs of growth and change. The roads, especially in this oil-rich region, are in great condition. But that's a conversation for another day. Many of us have tested sugarcane or used one of its many byproducts. In this episode, we shine light on sugarcane growing. The crop is gaining momentum, and Wamala Mugulasi is making sure he's part of the movement. Stick around as he shares his journey with us.
Problems over sugarcane planting are minimal. Compared to coffee. Because when you have planted, you sleep. After weeding, you sleep and wait for harvest. People say they harvest gold. We shall also have harvest gold here.
We never tire of bringing you the exciting, the inspirational, and the exceptional. Well, today we have exceptional, beyond exceptional. We are hosting Mugurisi Wamala. I'm learning. I'm spending too much time here in the West, but I'm having a great time. We meet our exceptional farmers here in the West, and it is a pleasure to meet you, sir.
You're welcome.
Today we are looking at an enterprise that is mostly, when we talk about sugarcane, people automatically go to the eastern part of the country, mostly, and the central. But it is amazing to meet a farmer who has taken it to a whole new level in the West and is dominating. So it's nice to be here, and I would love to know your story. Why did you venture into the sugarcane?
We ventured into the sugarcane. First, we went into the other sugarcane, which was producing alcohol. But then when we saw the trees being cut down and the supply was dwindling, we said no, we go to this one which produces sugar. And sugar, we know that many people use it for household use. But then we also know that when they are manufacturing drugs, they also use sugar. Whether people say that the price will reduce, but I know the consumption will continue rising.
That is true.
And I know in the future, the cost price for sugar cane, and they call it cane sugar, will rise. Reason is that the land is not expanding, and those who are in other crops for financial gain are increasing.
Yes.
So for us to go into it and we have enough land to venture into it, we shall have to harvest gold. People say they harvest gold. We shall also have harvest gold here. So that's why we went into it. We have a vast land here. We now have about 15 acres, but we want by end of August this year to have gone up to 50 acres.
Amazing.
Then we shall look at the balance of the land we have. We increase by that. So this is why we went into it to harvest gold.
And for how long have you been at it?
We shall do our first harvest this July. But we have been educated about it. Yeah, we did our first planting last March. March.
Yes.
Yeah, March. March of the other year. Of the other year, 2024.
Oh, 24.
Yeah, so we shall be harvesting this July.
I see. Do you intend to add value to it, or?
No, that chance is not there because putting up a machine for it is very expensive.
It is.
And you don't have the capacity to collect the plant from other farmers.
From other farmers.
So we shall be selling it to the investors. They pay to us what we can.
Of course.
We can hold, then we continue.
And continue from there, and it will be a continuous process. And I like to think it's a ripple effect. Farming the sugarcane does contribute something to you and your community, I would say.
Definitely. You see, when we plant the weeding, the community members come for weeding.
And you pay them.
The community members come for planting, and they get some money for
good
their
pay.
income.
So there is a bit of income going in there. that is a good thing. I mean, feed me, I feed you. Scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Definitely. Yeah,
That's very good.
Yeah.
But, it's new to you. The venture is new to you, and so far you've come this far with no issue, I would say. I hope.
Now the problems over sugarcane planting are minimal.
Yeah.
Compared to coffee.
Do tell.
Coffee, there are thieves who come to harvest the ripe coffee, the ready coffee in the night. Even in broad daylight when you have a big plantation. But for sugarcane, nobody will come to harvest it.
It's quite a task though.
It's a task. But then also we have a problem, maybe those who can set fire.
Ah, yes.
That's all. Otherwise the rest, there is no problem.
It's very minimal.
And when you harvest it, the trucks are around, you load on, they go and offload, and that is man already.
And you make your money.
Yeah, that's man already. So I feel if there was no hazardous problems going to face it like burning, sugarcane would also be good. Because when you have planted, you sleep. After weeding, you sleep and wait for harvest. Yeah,
you don't have to worry about
harvest.
pests or diseases, just the fires. You only worry about the fires.
Yeah, the diseases I think are there, but I also know that the drugs to help are there. They are there. Yeah, because this is a plant which has been in existing for centuries.
Yes.
For centuries, it has not started here in my sub-county. It has not started in this country. It started in other countries, and the Europeans are also growing it.
True.
So then, with that advice everywhere, I hope it is a good, crop to manage.
Yes. Well, we can only hope.
Yeah.
You go into it with hope.
With hope.
Hope is all we have. You know.
And
So-
hope, when you have hope, there is success.
True.
When you are hopeless, then success is not there. You are already discouraged. Now you go into a venture when you are discouraged. So you expect not to be very successful.
That is very
So I hope we shall succeed.
Of course.
With the knowledge he's picked up from training sessions and lessons drawn from early adopters, Mr. Wamala believes sugarcane is a venture worth committing to.
What do you hope to get out of the 15 acres? How much are we looking at?
The 15
Hypothetically.
acres, they tell me I could get about, you see, the harvest is annual. 15 acres, would go to maybe about 50 million.
An acre.
Yes, that's what they tell me. I only want to try and see.
I should come back in August and see.
No, I don't say 1 acre 50 million, but I said the 15.
The 15.
The 15.
Oh.
Yeah, the 50 million, if I get that one, I sleep and get roasted meat always in my house. And for you people to come and devour with us.
The 50 million is still good enough.
It's good enough, it's good enough. Because you have not, you see with the coffee, after we have harvested it there, carry it here, you take it out every day,
Dry
you do
it.
all that for about a week or two. It is expensive. The weeding for the coffee, twice a year, at times 3 times a year.
Yeah.
But this one, during the course of its thriving, you could harvest about 2-3 times, and that is the end.
And you're good.
That's the end.
So it's less tedious than other
Less
plantations.
tedious indeed.
When you sell it, you're calm.
Yeah, yes.
When you harvest,
Finished. And when they pay you through the bank, rather than the coffee people who come with loads and bags of money here, and in the night people come to demand for it. But that one, you leave it there, come and sleep comfortably.
So,
It has some good security.
It does.
It
It
has
actually
some good
does.
security.
You don't have to worry about things
And
coming.
actually, people who have already planted it, we see that there is progress. Yeah, those who have harvested, planted, when you go to their homesteads, you look at the future. Whether somebody has not told you, but you visualize and say
There are signs.
there is a future here. So I feel let us have a future there. We were farmers we were farming in maize. There is one time we harvested about 200 bags of maize, but all of that you still take it back to the land.
Yeah.
Yeah, take it back to the land. But this one I feel is okay.
For him, this is not just another farm activity, but rather a pathway to stability in retirement and something he hopes will benefit his descendants.
People in Busoga
Yes.
have been planting sugarcane for a very long time.
Years and years.
But the Busoga have sent their children to school. They have sent them to school.
They have.
And for us who are proud that we plant this, Waragi and the rest, our children have not fairly gone to school. They have not. They have not.
Yeah.
have not.
So we see the future there.
Yeah, there is a future.
There is.
There is a future. But those who think will plant sugarcane in the future, here in Kibale, they will not. There is no land.
There's no land.
There is no land. Land is being fragmented. There will be land in Ankole, vast land, but it is for the animals. So there is no land there also. There is no land. So for us who have it here, at least, after we have planted, because they say that that one stays there, you have it for about 6 years.
Oh, really? So after you have
Then 6 years, after 6 years, then you till the land again, put their fertilizer. I'll show you. For us, we are using organic fertilizer here.
Yes.
Before we went into all this, we had to make sure we have a pile of organic fertilizer.
And the pile.
Even when we are planting maize here, we go and get that soil. It's the one we cover
Yes.
the maize with. It does very well.
And the input
Does
is really
very well.
good. The input is good,
Yeah.
so the bounty is
So about sugarcane, I think that is that.
yes.
I hope you are finding this as interesting as I am. Do not forget to scan the QR code on your screen and let us know what you'd love to see on the show. You might just point us to the next great farm story. Let's take a short break. When we return, we'll be taking a closer look at the garden where this crop is taking root. Stay with us. Welcome back, and thank you for sticking with us. With players like Kinyara Sugar and others adding value to sugarcane, farmers in this region are assured of reliable market, especially when they come together and work as a team.
When we have farmers like yourself, then we also have the corporations that are dealing in the sugar canes. What's your relationship like? Is it a good relationship between you, the farmers doing it on small scale, and the corporations?
You see, good enough. Good enough. The first farmers were not very knowledgeable. What do I mean? I mean that they had not been well, they did not go to get enough classes. But now then, others who know better also are coming in for advocacy. And now we say, if these people, there is a Katara factory here. If Katara cannot give us good price, there is Buendero. If Buendero cannot, there is Kinyara. If Kinyara cannot, there is another one around this. Is it Buendero? There is another one near this place. Around Kaboya. There is another one at Kaboya. You see, we are free. They tell us vehicles for Katara are collecting cane sugar from Masindi.
Yes.
And you see lorries from this area carrying cane sugar to Kinyara. So now there is space for bargaining. These ones refuse, then we sell to those.
To those, yes.
They will also not starve. They must also come to the right margin. So this is it.
You all come to a consensus.
Get a consensus. That is the price we want. And actually it is good that farmers form associations.
Yes.
Form associations when you are skilled together, but you market differently. You agree on the price that we shall sell a kilo of sugar. Sugarcane is measured in tons. A ton at this amount. Then everyone sells and make sure is paid by that much.
Yes.
If there is a fault, we are informed as a group. Then we burn them off.
Of course.
And they are very careful not to be burnt off.
No, of course.
Yeah, so that one is part of putting them right where they want to go wrong.
They need you. So either way, they must come to a consensus.
Yeah, definitely,
Okay.
definitely.
Well,
Yeah.
would you say, are there policies that govern you in the sugarcane business? And would you say those policies favor the big corporations more?
I feel that there are no good policies yet. If they are there, they have not been very active.
Or well implemented?
You see now, sugarcane was being, it was a business in Busoga. There is this one, Meta Group.
Yes, that's Lugazi.
Then now when they came to Nyara here, we the farmers, they call us, there is a term they call us, as if we are not part of their business. So outgrowers. Whether you don't take to them, they'll go to another one. But we want to see how we give out information. So that everyone knows what we must pay, what we must get, what we must reap.
From it.
Definitely. Uganda is all ours, and we must all benefit equally where possible.
Of course.
Farmers should not merely waste their time.
So if policies are put in place, they must cater to both the outgrowers and the corporations.
And information must flow instantly so that we know. First-hand information goes, then the farmers are alerted. If you haven't yet harvested your sugarcane, you sell it.
Of course.
And wait until when things go right. So this is it. That's how we are trying to move.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm a newcomer in the business, but I'm informed about the business.
It is important
because
to be.
I've visited all. I've been at Madvan group of companies. I've been at Meta. I've been at Shango Bay. I know what they are doing because I've been a farmer leader, and I've been very keen to find out what I intend to do in the future. I should be very knowledgeable.
Yes.
Yeah, I should be very knowledgeable.
Which is very important.
And also educate my people. Majorly my people here should know what is happening there.
So after getting the knowledge about the sugarcane, you took time to also cater to your people around. Have you trained a few people?
Now you see, the people here have grown sugarcane. There are a good number of plantations now. There are a good number of plantations, and others have already started marketing. Yeah, besides for us who have been the latecomers, but they have started marketing, and the outcome is not bad. When they talk to you,
you can tell.
But there is a boy who planted area and has been selling. He has been here every day encouraging me and advising me, putting me right where I was hesitant, saying no, no, no. So there is a good return. There is a good return. People, now it's not easy to tell people, all people plant sugarcane. There is no land, Mama. There is no land. No land. People started selling off their land. I don't know what was blinding them. And one for land, I'm telling you, Mama, if you people don't have land, it's a problem. At least they try to buy a very small piece of land. Land appreciates every day.
It doesn't depreciate, it appreciates, yes.
Sugarcane, Mama, this is how it is working. And I feel there is good return for it. When you have planted it, you sleep. But with that coffee, we are not sleeping. We go there in the night.
To be sure.
To find out who are harvesting with their small torches.
Sugarcane is low maintenance, like you said, but it does come with its challenges, does it not? So what?
The challenges are not much, because even when you are going to harvest it, you give a notice. There are many people. There are groups of people who are harvesting sugarcane. They do it in groups.
Cooperatives.
Yeah. No, they have groups. There is, for example, you passed when you are coming from Hoima. There is a place where there's these small houses, somewhere very many of them. Those are people who harvest sugarcane. You inform them, they come with their pangas around your area and they start cutting down.
Harvest. Yes.
But mostly what I would feel would be a problem tomorrow, in the future, is that when you don't have transport. When you don't have transport, then it will be a problem. It will be a problem.
How have you been transporting? How do the farmers around transport from here to
transport from the company?
The company does send the trucks.
Yeah, send the trucks.
Okay.
But then it could delay. If it delays, then it's a problem because it reduces in the weight. As soon as you harvest it, you need to load it and go to weigh.
And have it taken.
Yeah, because every day when it shines over it, then the weight reduces.
But are there some agronomic practices that one must ensure they embrace while catering to a sugarcane plantation?
Yes. First of all, you see there are these notorious grasses. Those must be removed. Clear the garden like many other gardens. Yeah. And that is all.
And everything will be okay.
That is all. And also planting is not so hard. You make a trench, you throw there the logs, these sugar cane, the canes, and you cover off the soil. It's not as tedious.
It's not
as
tedious.
It's not as
So on Seeds of Gold, we are always learning and we will keep learning. We are going to take a little detour away from the conversation and go hands-on to the plantation itself and see what we have. 15 acres of sugarcane. For me, that warrants a wow. I don't know about you. We learn a bit more.
And then also see where we intend to expand.
Where we intend to expand,
Is land there? Yeah.
As always, we like to get up and close. So now we head to the plantation where this resilient crop is taking shape. By July, Mr. Wamala expects a strong harvest, one that should bring both satisfaction and reward.
So this one, we planted it for about 2 months last year, and we completed the planting in March. Then we now expect to harvest this year in July. So this is the plant which we are going to harvest in July, but hope by July it will have grown a little bigger. And that is how we are informed by the farmers, the technical people who are helping us in this one.
Also, you have a team of technical people that come on ground to make sure that what you're doing.
From the companies that are buying this sugar cane.
So you already have word with them. You already have a relationship with them. They expect.
We are working with them because you can't do this work without somebody advising you.
Of course.
Yeah, we are new in the crop.
Of course.
Yeah.
Are there those who start planting before they've even agreed with the company?
Yes, they are there. They are there. They are there. Those who even steal the sugar cane, they come in the night and cut 1, 2, 3 and go to plant. Those cannot get advice. You see, that's the problem.
And then how do you get the companies to buy your sugarcane? Do you approach them? And
you approach them.
I'm getting started.
You approach them. You approach them and you invite them to come and see the plant. Yeah, then they see the plant. They advise you on what you have got to use.
Yes.
What practices you have got to apply. So you must work with them, and they must know that there is a farmer.
There is a farmer.
There is a farmer.
Who we might, buy from.
See if any trucker can approach your garden.
Yes. So you spoke about expanding to 50 acres.
50 acres. You can see that land from up there. You can see the other side up, where you can see the grown-up sugarcane.
Yes.
The grown-up is not ours, but the short one, that is ours. We come down, then take that valley. The other side, where most people are cultivated, is not ours, but that virgin one is ours. Right from the, you continue there, and this one is also ours. So we want to expand. Yeah, we want to put here sugarcane. Want to put here sugarcane, but also add coffee up, and see how we can chain link off the coffee and leave the sugarcane this way.
And then you sleep and wait for the money.
Sleep and wait for the money. If it comes, the day when we are still happy, then it will. When there are sorrows, then people will keep it in the sorrow side, but as they enjoy. So this is the work we are doing now. They say there is gold in the land. We want to see if there is really gold in the soil.
There is gold in the soil.
There is gold in the soil. So we thank you for coming and see what, when you come, we are encouraged.
Yes.
We are encouraged. When we sleep, we shall dream you people. Dream money coming. Yeah, dream money coming. So
well,
so now here we are putting this the maize, but the maize is not paying now. 400 shillings, 500.
A kilogram.
If it is too much, it's 1,000. And the much you invest in this crop is too much. You can't rip out what you put there.
The yield is not as fruitful as you hope it should be.
At least the coffee. At least the coffee, there is some little money, encouraging.
Yes.
But this one, 0.
No. And now the sugarcane, we expect to get a
we
lot more.
expect to get a lot more.
We'll take another short break. When we return, we hear from the experts on best practices in sugarcane farming. Thank you for your feedback. We'll be sharing some of your comments in the next episode, so keep them coming. This segment is brought to you by Bukola Chemical Industries, who continue to support farming in all its forms. Today, we're joined by Godfrey Chigoye, an agribusiness consultant and experienced farmer. Let's hear what he has to say. There's always something to learn.
To give my mind about sugarcane cultivar or sugarcane growing, this is a very good lucrative project or business. When we go back a bit, I always tell people to do things that give money. And I have a saying that I work where it pays. These are some of the crops I advise people do. My take on this is, viewers out there, if you are to go into sugarcane cultivation, sugarcane growing, you need to master. It's another thing to do. You only need to play with the soil pH, the soil fertility. But me, as an expert, I say always, we don't have soil that cannot perform. It is you, the farmer, it is you and me who needs to give it life, because soil is a living thing. So if you want to get good products, it's like any other crop. You need to deal with its soil pH, the alkalinity and acidity of that soil. That very place where you are going to do it. Interestingly, the crop we are talking about, it can survive soils with some bit of acidity, with some acids, because the crop can survive between soil pH 5.5 to 7. For those of you who can understand the language, at least there is some bit of acidity where it can, though the same way, it needs a lot of fertility. Not contradicting. That's why you said it can survive, but if you want good production, make sure that you balance the soil pH. That takes us to us, we farmers, you farmers out there dealing in sugarcane farming. Make sure that you feed the soil if it's to feed you. That's my slogan always. If you want to get money out of soil, feed the soil if it is to feed you. So before planting, make sure that where you are going to plant, if need be, do some soil testing. Do some research, little research, and know the type of crop you are going to plant, what it needs. For the case of sugarcane, like the pH we have just talked about, if you know that now my pH is not enough, do some liming, do some acidification to reduce the to lower the acidity or to increase the what, so that the crop you are going to put there. Some varieties in sugarcane, they are for sugar production. Some are not. You get it? So you need to at least to balance. You get the point? So that takes us back to the agronomy now. The agronomy, you need to calculate, like now you are a beginner. Plow the land. After plowing, remove all the stumps. I know sugarcane, they don't need shades. Because if we are targeting sugars, we are targeting getting vitamin D from the sun. So any obstacles, anything that can block the sun, when it is coming and when it is setting, remove them. But don't destroy the environment. I need to caution that. But that means when you are site selecting, where you're going to plant, make sure that at least they can serve the light so that you can get. Then now back to the soil. Feed the soil. It needs a lot of organic matter. You can make your own organic matter. Other people go and buy cow dung. Other people go for, I know for sugarcane farmers, they know a lot about urea. They just sprinkle. You can boost the production by putting in urea in case you see the doesn't have enough nutrients. Go for that. Then plant. Planting, you need to know what is your take. What do you need at the end as an end result? Do I need, my market is in selling to sugar producing companies, or I'm selling to this, like for those who are living in around town here, you see this type of goa, those bikajos and those sugar cane, the one we eat, we chew, and those ones. So the market is also there. So know the type of market you are targeting. You get it? So when you now have known that my target is this, make sure that you plant a type that fits the market. Now back to the agronomy down there. Planting lines to ease the agronomy practices when you are weeding, when you are applying manure. Well, don't just do takataka. Me, I call it takataka. You know, in farming, we have to be organized because we are targeting money, and very good money. Then we look at now the growing. When they are now growing, make sure that you continue give it manure. You put, we call it boosting. Boost their growth when they are growing. Remove all what could eat you feeds, now eating your money. When you apply like a organic matter like cow dung, we can use compost if you can make. People who are living where there are abattoirs, they also use that stuff. There are a lot of manure we can use, opt to. But me as an organic farmer, I prefer using locally made organic matter. You can do it because we are lucky. Every season we get a lot, like this season we have a lot of wheat growing. You can select them, pick them, dry them, cut them in pieces, add with some fresh, make your compost, then feed the garden. But that depends on the acreage you have. Because sugarcane, this one is a nut. You cannot plant, especially for sugar production purposes. You don't plant one or half acre or quarter acre. You need some acreage, at least 3 acres to start with. Mzee Wamala has 15. Now that's a commercial farmer. There you can. But for other types, like you are going to sell, your market is Owino, Nakasero, you can go for a little. But for big production, start with at least 3 acres. Back to the point. Remove the weeds. Weeds, they eat almost 80% of your feeds you have put down there. So you farmers out there, make sure that you remove the weeds. This type of crop we are talking about, it's a type of crop that stays longer. It's not like a bean. It stays in the garden for over 14 to 18 months. That means there we have almost 3 seasons or 4. So that's 18 months, that's 1.5 years. So there are 3 seasons of rain and other kind. So it has some bit of drought and some bit of rain. So during the rain season, weed sprouts very fast. Weed, make sure that you weed so that the weed do not consume what the crop will take. That's the key. Then we go now to production. When it comes to harvesting, make sure that you harvest when it is between 14 to 15 months. When it overgrows, sometimes it grows some, what kind? It grows something in between, between the nodes, inside there. There's some wood kind of, it opens up inside there to lessen the fresh. When it grows such thing inside there, it reduces on the kilograms you are likely to get, tonnage per acre. So don't take it too far. How do we maintain this? Make sure that during the start, give it manure so that it grows fast. Within the first 14 months, it has reached a stage and it is ready. You can harvest when it still has good fresh before it goes to the other side of the coin. So those are some of the agronomy we need to. It is like any other crop, as I told you. Sugarcane, it has pests and diseases that always attack. There are some aphids that always feed. You know, anything that deals with producing sugar, aphids, thrips, and those stuffs, especially the sucking pests, they like it too much because they suck and they get those sugars. That's where they feed. Most of sucking pests, they want sugars. So you will find those aphids, you will find those mealybugs, you will find those kind of stuff. So where you need bees, some other commercial farmers do spraying, do the spraying. So, you can use, and then there are so many chemicals around it, but Bukola, they has best chemicals. You know, sugarcane, especially for large scale farmers, it is very, very, very difficult to do exactly the agronomy we are supposed to do. We are supposed to remove all the leaves and remove them from the sugar cane, so that we remove the hiding points for the pests and the diseases we talked about. But just talk of a person with 15, like Mr. Wamala has 15 acres. How much can you put in doing that? It's a lot of money. That's why sometimes some agronomy, we just bypass it. We know it, but we bypass it for the sake of at least. But that one gives another chance to maybe with people with bad hearts to come and start fire. So that's why sometimes it is ideal we do buffer zones around our gardens, so that in case you are surrounded with areas that are not plowed or cultivated, that are likely to, where fire is likely to start from. So they stop on the buffer, those pits, about with a width of 1 meter or 2 meters or 1 meter. At least what fire cannot cross to connect to your land. Then sometimes you do scouting during the what? The drought season. Some bad people can. So that's some of the things we need you people out there. We need to, because this is the money you are protecting. Those we are talking about as, in fact, there is some financial attachments to do that, but you can't do it. So lastly, my humble request for people out there, however much we talk about this lucrative project, people with, in fact, we have challenges. Where we are growing sugar canes, we have got a challenge. People are facing a lot of food insecurity. They are more in producing sugar canes and they forget about producing what to eat. So my humble request is to have a mixed, we call it integrated farming. Have sugar cane and also do some food production, so that you combine the two. Not only you have 3 acres, you plant the 3 acres with sugar cane. Where will you get food? Okay, you will buy sugar, you sell sugar cane and buy food. Sugar cane takes 18 months. So what would you be eating during the 18 months? Put it in mind. So we need to balance the boat, so that at least we do have what to feed on and also money for the pocket. Yeah, then about the markets, improve on soil fertility to have good production. Feed the soil if it's to feed you. If we want good tonnage, on average for the people out there, they know at least in 1 acre you are likely to get between 12 to 15 big trucks. But there are cases where you cannot get that. Why is it like that? It is because you didn't look at the what? The soil. Feed the soil so that you have a kind of sugar cane that can grow with vigor and have some weight. Because the science here in sugar cane is about water and the size. Okay, some types are small size, especially for the sugar production type, small size. But that is where you see a sugar cane is like this finger. So that means it did not have what to eat down there. So that's why it is more like this. So produce a sizable sugar cane with sugars. Don't put too much. When you put, you need to balance. When you put too much organic matter, it will reduce on the sugar content. But me as a production, who is in production, I'm more in getting good weights than getting sugars. But still, I know it will rebalance with pH. Thank you very much.
Well, it's always fun. It's always insightful to have farmers like Mr. Wamala on the show. That's all we had for you today. If you want to be part of the conversation on Seeds of Gold, just scan that QR code on your TV and join the conversation. Speaking of your TV, download the Your TV app if you want to watch us live and you are on the go. We will be right there with you everywhere that you go. For those of you that would like to tell us what you would like to see on the show, again, it's the QR code for you. Keep those comments coming in. #NTV Seeds of Gold. Thank you for watching.